Hey guys, this is Nefarious411 and welcome to episode 82 of Regrowth. I am wanting to get to a tier 6 altar, but in order to do that, we are going to need these little things, which are crystal clusters, and the only way to create those is with life shards and soul shards. And to get those, we basically have to do a ritual, and if I were to... Maria? Is that like diarrhea from Thaumcraft? Okay. If I wanted to get those shards, we have to do the Convocation of the Damned. And this is basically going to create a demon invasion. I'm kind of scared of doing it in Regrowth. I don't really have Mistcraft or anything to create other dimensions. From my understanding, the demon invasion is going to expand pretty far, maybe 1,000 blocks by 1,000 blocks, or if it hits a 10 block high wall or something like that, but I'm kind of fearful of that. I've been trying to increase the amount of LP because it's also going to require 15 million LP. So I've just been logging onto the server occasionally and just standing here and allowing the altar to keep filling my Archmage's orb to increase the amount of LP in my personal network. But I still have plenty to go before I can get there. We do need to start collecting some items, and that is exactly what we're going to do today. The Convocation of the Damned requires 128 ritual stones. So if you remember, ritual stones are created with reinforced plates and one of these orbs. So I might be able to do with the master ritual or master orb. There's 60, and that's as much reinforced slates as I have. So you can see that this is going to require quite a bit of effort in order to create all of the other ritual stones that I need. But I'm going to be doing that off screen. That way I'm not going to bore you with sitting here and creating these reinforced plates. That is going to take quite a long time. The other thing that we need to do is create an awakened activation crystal. If you remember, the ritual that we did over there, plus some of these others, it was using the weak one, but this one we need an awakened activation crystal, and that is going to require some of these things. Weak activation crystal, incendium, aquasalis, and ether, and I'm assuming I can use the master. Yep. I might go with the nether star because I haven't exactly had great luck in getting the demon blood shards. So I am going to fight the wither here in a little bit. I don't know if I have any wither skeleton skulls. It doesn't look like it, so I'm going to have to do that differently. And the other thing that we need to be able to do is create 8 crystal bell jars. Bell jars. And these have to be filled with all of the regents, such as magic cows. That's the purple one, I think. Potentia, Incendium, Terrae, Tenebrae, Sanctus, Ether, and Aquasalis. So in order to do that, let's go ahead and create these. We are going to need concentrated catalyst. Strengthened catalyst creates that. Alright. We don't have any strengthened, but we can create this. So let's go ahead and create the recipe for the strengthened catalyst. Strengthened catalyst. And that is going to require 2 simple catalysts, bone meal, and nether wart. So nether wart, bone meal. I should have probably grabbed that nether wart. Simple catalyst. We need 2 of these guys. And is that it? Strengthened catalyst. Yeah, I guess that's it. So let's go ahead and grab the nether wart. And let's go ahead and run over here real quick and throw that into the alchemic chemistry set. And this will cook up one of these guys for us, I think. Unless this requires an upgraded orb. Let me double check. Strengthened catalyst. Looks like a master will work. Archmage. Might not use the weaker orb. This does require 1000 LP. Magician's blood orb. That might be fine. What's in there now? Apprentice. So let's grab the magician blood orb. Magician blood orb. There it is. That is the weakest one that this will support. There we go. And that does look like it's working now, which is very good. And that creates 2 of these strengthened catalysts. So I should put that on there. 2 of those guys. Let's go ahead and configure this system all up. I am going to want to maintain, I guess, 32 of these guys, because that seems to be the norm for what I've been doing. There we go. And configure this guy right there. And looks like I'm going to need to set this stuff up. So let me go ahead and do that in between recording. I also need the catalyst. I need the concentrated catalyst, I believe. And that's going to require a strengthened catalyst, some of these fractured bones. So I'm going to create the recipe for that as well. So I need 3 so far. And I guess that's about it. Does this one require a magician? Transcendent? Eldritch? Come on. This one might require, yeah. It didn't show the magician, so I'm gonna have to use the master blood orb in here. But fortunately, I have a couple. The other one that I had made before finally turned up, which is very good. So let me go ahead and do this, and I'll be right back. All right, I am back, and I went ahead and fought the wither to get a nether star. And I also created all of the different things, such as the fractured bones and the catalysts that are needed. Here's the concentrated and the strengthened catalyst. So I should be pretty good on being able to create these bell jars, I believe, except for glass. So let's go ahead and create the glass necessary. And if I remember from reading, I'm going to need how many of these bell jars? Why am I not seeing it? 8 bell jars. Okay. So 1. That was weird. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. 8 bell jars. Cool. Let's go ahead and throw that back in the system, and it should be happily going down there and creating everything for me. And it looks like I still need to create some of these things, so that is pretty slick. It's working out really well with the automation down there. Alright, so let's take a look at the blood magic again, and I am going to need more of these ritual stones, but I'm also going to need that awakened crystal. Awakened activation crystal. And I was just going to do it with this one because I have the nether star, but not the demon shard. So let's go ahead and create or get one of these guys. And I got the nether star right there. And if I remember right, it had one of these Aqua Salus, Awakened. I think it had an Ether in there and Incendium. There's an Ether, Incendium. There we go. And I should be able to throw these into the ritual down here. but it's kind of in use right now with creating all of these things. One thing that I could do is turn it off. Basically down here I created an ME toggle bus. That way I can turn the system off anytime, and you can see that all of these guys are off. I know that I have all of the remaining ingredients for the things that it needs to craft up, but it'll at least pause it for me so that I can create something else. So here I can go ahead and create that awakened activation crystal, and that works out pretty well. And let's go ahead and turn that guy back on, and it just pipes out the one that it needs to craft, and it's already going. Cool. That worked out. All right, so the next thing on my list is we need to be able to put different things into these bell jars, and that is going to require one of these alchemic calcinators. And looks like I'm going to have to create a couple of more things. Concentrated catalyst. How many of those do I need? I need 2 of these guys, and it looks like it creates 2. So 1 concentrated catalyst and 2 imbued slates. 1, 2, catalyst, concentrated catalyst. Let's run back down here. Probably should create one of these alchemic chemistry sets up above. Alright, so here, that looks like it's done. So let's go ahead and pull that out. Pull you out too. I am not ready for you to start crafting because I need to use this. Let me just throw that back in there. And you guys. And that should create the 2 slates, or what are those called? Runic plates. Alright. And calcinator. This is shape crafting, so I should be able just to turn the system back on. There we go. Come in here and let's go ahead and do that shaped crafting for the calcinator. There we go. Cool. And I am not entirely sure how this works. I've never done it before, but I believe that if I were to grab, let me just grab a few. That way I keep it at 32 so that it doesn't kick off. And maybe I can just do this over here and put one of these bell jars down. And I think all I have to do is right click one of these guys in there, and you can see that it was added to it. Am I supposed to activate this? What if I did that? Hope I get that back because I just threw my Archmage's orb in there. It looks like it's doing something. Ooh, pretty. It's changing colors in there. I'm assuming that it's going to eventually go into this bell jar. If I'm not mistaken. Is there a way to see? Can I break this without breaking? Okay, whew. I am not entirely sure. Blood magic, and let's go ahead and see in here. I think I might end up having to create these alchemic routers. Tool to tune alchemy regent transmission. Let's go ahead and create one of these. Quartz rod, that's simple enough. Strength and catalyst, okay, that's simple. So let's go ahead and come over here and create one of these. Blood magic, can't remember what it was called. Router. Do I not have any quartz in the system? No, I don't. Let's go ahead and create 6 of those guys. 1, 2. Router. lift one of those up. Cool. And let's see. Link to select a container. Might be linked, but is it going? I can't tell. Oops, did not mean to break the wall. Can no longer find a link container. Clearing save container. Linking to, okay. That does not look like it's working. Alchemic. Used to designate which regions can go into a container. Alright, let's go ahead and create one of these. Alright, quartz. Going to need a few more of those. There we go. 1, 2, 3, I believe. Alchemic. What was that called? Alchemic something? I passed it. Segmenter. Alright. Let's try this guy out. Alright. Let's come over here. And if I were to click on that and right click on this, set to ether. Why is it not working? Alright, let me figure out how this is going to work. Because I am not entirely sure. And let me come back and we'll be able to try to fill this jar. I think it's working now. It looks like it might be working. Basically, I'm right-clicking. I was shift right-clicking, but apparently you have to shift right-click on this guy to basically set it to the type of reagent, and right now it's set to ether, but then you right click, and then it does that little transmitting ether. So yeah, I think that's working. It is kind of slow. Don't know if there's a way to see. I got this alchemic cleanser, but I think I'm going to need that whenever I'm changing the other reagent type. Let me go ahead and throw in some more of these guys and have those burn up. I really don't know how much is going to be needed. I think these bell jars hold 16,000 something, 16,000 AR, which is alchemic reagents, maybe? So let's go ahead and throw in, I don't know how much of each of these. I don't know how many I'm going to need. But I'm just going to keep an eye on this to see if it's actually filling, because right now it doesn't look like it's filling anymore. It looked like it was for a little bit, but now it's not. So let's go ahead and right click, shift right click the air, but then I shift right click to set it to ether, but then I right click. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. I can actually see it. All right, so whenever you're looking at it, that number where the armor is, that shows how much is actually in there. All right, so each one of those is 1,000. So I need some more of these guys. So that's 4,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,000. I think that's correct. Wonder if it's automatically gonna go. Right now we have 4,000. These can hold 16,000. All right, that's working. All right, so I am going to wait until this is completely filled, and I'll probably start filling up the other ones. Like I said, I need the Magic Caelus, Potentia, Incendium, Terrae, Tenebrae, Sanctus, Ether, and whatever it is called, Aquasalus. And as soon as I have those, I will be back. All right, I am back, and I have all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these bell jars, and these are completely full. I can actually double check it. We can see 16,000 in that one, and just using this, we can just mouse over and see that all of these are 16,000 of the alchemic regent. So let's go ahead and pick these up. Unfortunately, I think this is as fast as I can do it. Come on. You'd think that there would be a little bit easier way to get these up, but that worked out pretty well. Just using the different alchemic tools. So now it's just a matter of getting everything else. I was able to create the ritual stones, master ritual stone, and I only need, I guess I need all 128 of these. So 2 stacks of the ritual stones. And let's see, what else do I need? I'm going to need 4 of these routers, or not routers, but relays. And these are alchemy relays, so I need 4 of those guys. 3, 4. Cool. And I think that might be it for now. I am not entirely sure where I'm going to do this. Because of the fact that this just keeps going and going for 1,000 blocks, I don't want it to be anywhere near my base. I'm kind of fearful of that. I thought about doing it in the Nether because honestly I don't care what happens in the Nether. I don't know if I can do this in the Nether, but I guess we can try. So let's go ahead and head out to the Nether real quick. And let's go ahead and see if we can set this guy up. This might be dangerous. I don't know what this is gonna do. Let's just go ahead and set it down over here. I'm gonna get attacked from all sorts of sides. Let's go ahead and clear out all of the enemies that are close. And this is gonna be a somewhat large build, I think. Because of the fact that it's 2 stacks of these, I am sure that these are going to fill up the area. So I am going to drop that string, raise this up a couple of blocks. Let's go ahead and set the master ritual stone right there, and we have the ritual convocation of the damned. So let's go ahead and do this until it stops, and that should take all 2 stacks. You can see that this is actually pretty large. I don't think I've ever seen a ritual this large. Oh, and I think it's done. Nice. So that is kind of what it looks like. Pretty cool. All right, so now there are 8 dusk runes, and we actually need to place these bell jars right on top of these dusk runes. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. And the relays need to be on each side of the master ritual stone, just like that. And now we just need to link. I'm not entirely sure how to do this. I'm going to have to link the relays to the master ritual stone, and I think we also need an altar on top, I think. Well, I guess we can try this out. Let's go ahead and grab these tools. And let's clear that. I don't think I really need to do this since this is all brand new. And just make sure that everything is cleared. And should be able to... this is going to be hard. Shift right click that. And it sets it to Terre. And then if I were to... Attuned crystal is now set to Terre. Okay, there we go. Has one tank set to Terre. Alright, so let's also do this one, I think. So if we were to right click that, now it has one tank set to Tenebrae. If I were to right click that, right click there, does that not work? Can I do that? There we go. I think I might have to do these one at a time. So let's go ahead and do this one at a time. So this one, shift right click for Terre. So let me change this one. 2 tanks for Terre, 0 tanks, 1 tank for Terre. Right click, right click. Okay. Right click, right click. Does this still have 1600? It does. It does look like it's linked up. So let's go ahead and shift right click here. And right click on that to make sure that there's 1 tank set to Terre. And then right click. No, that didn't work. Right click. Oh wait, shift right click in the air. Right click. Tenebrae. Okay. Right click. Right click. That looks like it worked. So now I just need to do that on all of these. So I got those 2. I'm hoping that I'm doing this right. So now if I were to right click on this guy, 1 tank is set to Sanctus. Link to here. Oh wait, shift right click, link. Shift right click, link. Did that work? What happened to the particle effects? Did I break something? Oh, there it goes. Okay, cool. I was starting to wonder there. Alright, shift right click. Right click. No. Let me just set that to... I think I need to do this one. Alright, so 1 tank set to ether. Shift right click. That one to that. Ether. That one to that one. That is also ether. No. That to that. Man, this is confusing. I think I may have gone the wrong direction on that. So let me clear that. Clear that. Can I do that? Did that clear? Alright. Let's try that again. Right click. Right click. Right click. Right click. Okay. I think that worked. Alright. Get that one. Right click. Destination cleared. Let me make sure that this one is prepared for Aquasalis. And let's go ahead and right click on that. Wait, what? No! I forgot to clear it first. Shift right click. Right click. Right click. Did I get that one right? No. I think I broke it. I might end up having to do these all over again because I am not sure if I'm doing this right. Shift right click. Because I think I keep doing it wrong, in the wrong order. Alright, so this one needs a tank for Magicalis. Let me just make sure that I clear the savings. That, and that. Okay. And then the last two, that and that. Dedicate a tank for that. Right click. Right click. Right click, right click. Okay. Last one. Boy, this is kind of interesting. Yeah, I think I have those two wrong because I can see the particle effects going away from it towards the jar, so I might end up having to do that again. There we go. Right click, right click, right click, right click. Oops. Right click, right click. Alright, now Incendium should be set up. Come on. Do the particle effects for me. That is pretty cool that it changes colors associated with it. Yeah, I think I got this one wrong. I think that's draining. Why are you draining? You shouldn't be draining it. Should you? Why are these draining? I might have to refill these jars. I really hope not. So that one is still going. One tank for Terray. Right click. No, it's doing it again. Yeah, I completely messed this up. Right click. Right click. Okay, there we go. So it has 2,000, 2,000. This should have 14, 14, 2,000. That is wrong. I'm missing some of the, ooh, ran out of flight. I might have to bring my calcinator in here. I lost flight. Come on, flight. There we go. I have 14 in here. 14 in there. 2,000. 2,000. 14,000. 14,000. Yeah. All right, so I have everything set up. I do need to do that Sanctus again because I must have done something wrong and lost a little bit because right now it's not full. It has 11,000. I need at least 14,000, I guess, because it's going to do 2,000 of that. All right, so I do think that I've reached the wrapping up point. Unfortunately, I think that this is pretty much it in order to set up the other ritual. So whenever we come back, I still need to get about 15 million LP in my local network, so I'm going to have to do that in between episodes. And I'll just double check everything in here to make sure that it's all linked up. And once that is done, I will come back next time and we'll go ahead and activate this. I really hope that you enjoyed the episode. If you could rate and comment down below, it would be greatly appreciated. And also, if you like the series, please hit that subscribe button. But for now, this is goodbye.